A Republican icon comes out for marriage equality. We've had a string of major marriage wins over the last few months, but now anti-gay groups are trying to tear those victories down in court. Support for marriage equality is picking up in conservative states. A terminally ill woman in Indiana is one step closer to having her marriage recognized, and we have more lawsuits on the horizon in the South. For the American Foundation for Equal Rights, I'm Matt Baum, and welcome to Marriage News Watch for April 14th, 2014. Former Senator Alan Simpson is a Republican icon in Wyoming, and now he's also one of the state's leading advocates for the freedom to marry. In a new ad, Simpson explains his support for marriage equality.
Whether you're gay or lesbian or straight, if you love someone and you want to marry them, marry them.
There's pending litigation in Wyoming State Court, but legislative attempts to pass marriage equality bills have failed over the last few sessions. Public support for marriage in Wyoming is surprisingly high, with 57% in support and only 32% opposed. Utah had a huge win for marriage equality in December, and now that victory is getting put to the test. Last week, lawyers for both sides were grilled by the 6th Circuit Court of Appeals. Oral arguments seem to go well. Next, we'll have another round of oral arguments on Thursday of this week, this time regarding a recent victory in Oklahoma. We could get a ruling in both cases sometime in the next few weeks, and then it's on to the U.S. Supreme Court. But while we wait for a ruling in those cases, yet another federal judge has ruled against a state marriage ban. This time it was in Indiana, and the ruling only applies to one couple, Amy Sandler and Nikki Kwasny, who are married in Massachusetts and need recognition in their home state due to Kwasny's ovarian cancer. Opposition to marriage equality in Louisiana is dropping faster than support is climbing, but support still hasn't reached majority yet. It's at 42%, with opposition dropping to 53%. At this rate, it could still be several years before the state has majority support. Polling numbers are much closer in North Carolina, with support at 40% to 53%. There's also a new lawsuit in the state. 3 couples are suing North Carolina in federal court. That joins a lawsuit filed in 2012 by 6 other couples. And keep an eye on Georgia. We may have a lawsuit soon there as well. Georgia is one of the last states with no marriage litigation, but organizers hinted last week that they may have a big announcement soon. Those are the headlines. Subscribe here on YouTube to stay up to date on all these stories. For the American Foundation for Equal Rights, I'm Matt Baum. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next week.